Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. So it seems that I'm using that tonation on my sentences now, which is nice. Welcome back. I hope you're good. I hope you're doing good. I hope you have been doing good this week. So today I want to talk about, well, today's video is going to be a little bit like a continuation of last week's video, which was about what we're going to do with ourselves, basically, and this civilization that we are building or breaking down. I don't know, whichever is your cup of tea, whichever you prefer. And today I want to talk a little about democracy, because why not? I've talked about many other societal and social constructs, and why not talk about democracy, and specifically how democracy is affecting the decision-making process. So, as you may know, probably, that many of the countries on the world are mainly ruled by democracy or some form of democracy. That's the majority, and the reason behind that being, it is, well, I made a video about it as well. The main idea about this trend is that the democratic election systems are more resilient or resistant to corruption, and the opinions of the people can affect the decision making in government level, so that then there is a satisfaction for everyone involved, including the people that inhabit that country. But as we also see with many of these countries, is that there is a slowing down or some resistance building in the system against some decisions that are being made, and it's even sometimes seems like it is impossible to bring a new decision. This could be a good thing or a bad thing as well. It is a good thing in a way. This is also something that I advocated in my past videos, that slow decision making can help us think thoroughly about those decisions, or examine those decisions thoroughly, so that we can make as good as a decision we can as a society. Maybe we don't need this much slowness or thoroughness in our personal life, but probably this thoroughness is a good thing in a societal level. But there is also a problem with that as well, as many also argue and discuss, and that is that the slowness affects the society in a bad way, as it prevents some of the decisions from being made, and sometimes those decisions affect most of the people that are especially in need of help, and then there is a dissatisfaction as a result. And as the main reason why democratic systems are quite popular is because it leads to higher satisfaction, this fact then raises some eyebrows and makes some people to think about why or how this is happening, or how we can overcome this. And I don't know, as always, I haven't done any research before this, so I don't know any solutions that people are trying to come up with. But as much as I know, or I see on the news, that some people are maybe doing something that would take us back and take some of our freedoms or some of our privileges as a whole, not some group's privilege. I'm talking about the people's privilege as electing or voting we get in the governmental systems and governmental issues, the say that we have in those issues, we might lose that in some of the solutions that people are coming up with, which I will get into more on later. But yes, this is an issue, and it is also quite a big problem in developed countries as well. It sometimes seems impossible to change a country's perspective on some issues or some things that they are dealing with. For example, I think we can take the US election example again here and say that many US elections are not left versus right, because the left that is present in the USA is actually more central leaning, or even sometimes a little right to the center. So then there is the variety of thoughts or ideas in the decision making system. Then if two parties that are involved in the election or the decision making process are quite similar in nature, then there is the variety that we were looking for in democracy. And this even sometimes becomes a frustrating problem, as some of my friends are living abroad and they have some problems with bureaucracy and paperwork, and it gets quite long sometimes to go through these problems or things, and it becomes frustrating, and sometimes the length of time even becomes a problem and causes some problems in and of itself, and which is also a problem. And as it seems, some people think that simplifying the political systems, as in democracy, seems like it has so many people to agree on something so that something can happen or something can take place. So then some people think that maybe we don't need that many people. Maybe we don't need people. Maybe we need someone to make those decisions. But as humanity, we tried that before. And if that happens, well, yes, some decisions would be faster to take place. But then we had some other issues, such as that one person not liking something and then deciding instinctively to decide against the people that are involved in that problem. Many times this sometimes involved wars or droughts or some other problems, some other major societal problems, and sometimes that one person didn't know enough to make the right decision. So, and also we could say that this was the majority of the cases, but they sometimes didn't make the right decision. And also in those settings, some other decisions that we would like wouldn't take place, wouldn't be made, because that one person wouldn't feel like it, wouldn't feel like doing it. So then that thing wouldn't happen that would benefit other people. So in that sense, maybe giving all the power to one person isn't the solution, it seems like. Right? Am I right? And also that kind of governmental system is the one that's most open to corruption, and I feel like we wouldn't like that anymore. I'm talking about corruption, but also democracy can be open to corruption as well, and it would even be through this slowness problem as well, because if important decisions took so long to be made, then nothing would change, then the word corrupt, because the system would be a loophole, and it would probably feed some select group, and it would not benefit the people at the end, of which we also see some examples of on the world on the news as well. So then what we can do, I don't have such a thorough opinion about the solution right now, but I think as people we might focus on the thoroughness and the speed of the decisions that we are making. I think we have focused on the other sides of democracy. Well, we'll just say enough as in we focused on the more than the speed. I think it would be a good idea to focus a little more on the speed aspect of the decision making process so that we can have an effective political system, because at the end it is not important what the system is. If it is effective, then it is going to be effective. Well, you can say that monarchy can be effective as well, but statistically speaking it would be a very low chance, and with democracy it seems like we can have a higher chance of having an effective system in place that could help us to be more satisfied with the lives that we are living, which could be quite a privilege right at the moment with everything going on. But yeah, I feel like in my videos I'm talking about many things that we can focus on, and at the end my videos are the name of the channel is Unsolicited Thoughts of a Doctor, so these are just my thoughts and opinions, and I would like to have a discussion about them and talk to you guys if that's possible. And yes, I have these many ideas or thoughts about these. Sometimes I might not know the right thing, or I might not say this right thing, but that is in a way is the main takeaway of these videos. I feel like we should have more discussions about these things, and sometimes when those discussions happen we're not as educated as we should be sometimes. So just think of me as someone that you see or that you know in a way, and that you're having these conversations, and then maybe we can work through something, or I can make you think about some things so that we can have a difference in the world, because I feel like we need it quite a lot right now, and this is just my way of doing it. So yeah, anyways, this was my critique about democracy. It is quite interesting because I was praising democracy a couple of videos back. We can have contradicting opinions, and that's okay. Sometimes things like that happen, and yeah, as a society at the end I feel like we should look a lot more about the efficacy of the ways that we do things. I feel like we are quite lacking in that area all around the world. I feel like, well, maybe some select countries are not as affected from that problem as the other ones, but yeah, still at the end we can work through some things or think about some things. So yeah, this was it. This was quite a rumble. If you did watch till the end, thank you so much, and if you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you did not, that's okay. Maybe there will be another video that you will like more, and if you want to see if there will be another video that you will like as well, or you will like more, you can also subscribe to my channel. And what else you can do? You can leave any of your ideas down in the comment section below. Please be respectful, and yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.